Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to finally do another game from the 1967 replay, Impossible Dream season for the 1967 Boston Red Sox. As you can see, the Red Sox are 19-19. They've won the first two games of this series against Baltimore, and Baltimore is right there with them at 18-18. So a very tight race in the American League. I believe Detroit is in first place currently, but I think the Red Sox are either like 5.5 or 6.5 games out, but there's a whole bunch of teams in between them. So as it was in 1967, so is the race here. In the National League, it's a little, not quite as much of a race, with San Francisco getting off to a fast start. St. Louis, I think, third or fourth place right now, but as you can see, there's still plenty of time left in this season, only 38 games played. So this is a game from May 28th, 1967. It's featuring Jim Lomborg against Steve Barber for the Orioles. Steve Barber, so far, just a 1-0 record and I believe one start. And again, we are playing all the games from this season. So this is actual stats so far that we have through the season, through almost the end of May here. So his actual record is 10-18 with a 4.07 earned run average. So the Red Sox lineup is going to be Reggie Smith batting first, playing center, followed by Mike Andrews, the second baseman. Kai Yastrzemski, the left fielder, who hit for the hit for the Triple Crown in 1967. Is in left, batting third. The boomer, George Scott, will bat cleanup and play first. Don Detmer is the right fielder hitting fifth, followed by Rico Petrocelli at short. The third baseman is Joe Foy batting seventh, Mike Ryan batting eighth behind the plate, and Jim Lomborg on the hill batting ninth. So here at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, it's Jim Barber on the hill. And behind him is, in the outfield, left to right, is Blefary, Schneider, and Robinson. They get progressively worse range as you go from Blefary's above average range to Robinson, who's below average range in left. But Blefary is the most error prone in left with a 7 rating. The infield, left to right, is the human vacuum cleaner Brooks Robinson. Aparicio at short, Johnson at second, and Powell at first. Again, getting progressive. Well, not quite, but Robinson definitely the best fielder with a 5 rating there. And Aparicio the most error prone at short. Powell below average at first base range. Behind the plate is Larry Haney, who I remember from the Baltimore Orioles. From the Milwaukee Brewers later on in the 70s. He is above average range, average pass ball rating, and an 8 error rating, but does have an above average arm behind the plate. So, all right, so Reggie Smith steps into the box, ready to grip and rip. He's hitting .248 on the replay so far with 4 homers, 16 runs batted in. Barber looks in for the sign from Haney. He's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball to first. Powell will take it to the bag himself for out number 1. So Mike Andrews up now. Mike Andrews comes in hitting .282 with 3 homers, 11 runs batted in. Does have 5 stolen bases already. Pitched by Barber. And Mr. Brody is saying hi there. All right, and it's going to be another ground ball to first. So Kai Yastrzemski up there now. He's definitely in line for the Triple Crown this year. He's hitting .350 so far with 13 homers, 41 runs batted. I believe he leads in average and is at the top, if not close to the top, in both home runs and RBI. I think he might lead in RBI, be tied with Killebrew as he did for the season. But we'll check that after, if we remember. But anyway, Yastrzemski off to an extremely fast start here. Ready to propel the Red Sox hopefully to the American League Championship here. So, all right. See Yastrzemski up there. Here's the windup and the pitch to the lefty. And he will draw the walk.
Walks, and that was
good eye by Yaz. Part of the reason why he was able to hit for the Triple Crown was his good eye and taking a lot of walks. So the boomer, George Scott, up there now. He's having a fine season, too, hitting .311 with 3 homers, 19 runs batted in. Yastrzemski being held on by Powell at first. Here's the windup in the pitch to Scott. And that's going to be another walk. So the Red Sox have a little 2-out rally here. First and second. Don Detmer up there now. Detmer hitting .235 with 2 runs batted in and 17 at-bats, getting a start today. So here's the windup in the pitch. And that's going to be another walk. So Barber a little wild here after getting the first 2 outs. Walks the bases loaded for Petrocelli. So the Red Sox could take an early lead here. Petrocelli struggling so far this season, hitting just .228. Does have 5 homers and 21 runs batted in, though. Home run would be nice now. So Haney goes out to talk to Barber, goes back behind the plate. Flicks his fingers. Barber nods his head, looks at the runners. Here's the delivery to Petrocelli. And he'll strike him out swinging as Petrocelli made a bid to put the Red Sox up 4-0. But it falls short here. So Barber gets out of the bases loaded jam. I'm going to head to the bottom of the first. Jim Lomberg on the hill for the Red Sox. Lomberg off to a good start with a 4-2 record, 3.76 earned run average, 62 and a third innings pitched. Just 55 hits allowed. Has struck out 54 also and only walked 15. So definitely off to a Cy Young start here. He did not win the Cy Young. I believe it was, what's his name? From Minnesota there. Perry. Jim Perry, I think, won it. I believe. I could be wrong on that one. I could be mixing up my years. But if you know who it is, put that in the comments if I'm wrong, if I'm right, or just say it kindly. All right, so Jim Lomberg on the hill. And he'll be facing Luis Aparicio. At short, will bat first, followed by Rush Snyder, the center fielder. Brooks Robinson, the third baseman, batting third, followed by Frank Robinson. No relation, of course. In right field. Both Hall of Famers, though. Bats cleanup. Boog Powell, the first baseman, will hit fifth, followed by Kurt Bleffery in left. Davey Johnson, the future manager, will bat seventh and play second. Larry Haney behind the plate hits eighth, and Steve Barber on the hill bats ninth. So Aparicio comes in hitting .229 on the season with 2 homers, 13 runs batted in. The defense behind Lomberg is Yastrzemski in left, Smith in center, Detmer in right. Also, the best range in left, and the Smith above average in center, and Detmer average in right. Very low error ratings, so very good defensive outfield for the Red Sox. In the infield, not as good with Foy, Petrocelli, Andrews, and Scott. Petrocelli and Scott above average range at short and first. Foy well below average, and a high error rating at high, meaning bad, at third. So defensive liability there. Andrews average at second. Behind the plate is Ryan is average range with above average pass ball rating, but does have a high error rating of 15. So between Foy and Ryan, they are both defensive liabilities there. Memorial Stadium has a +2 on the strikeout rating. So a lot more strikeouts and a lot more walks. +2 on the walks also. Home runs average at 0. So no adjustment for the home run rating. So here we go. Aparicio steps into the box. Ryan gives the sign. Lomberg nods his head. And here we go. Get a range play. 2-3. That is going to be. And that is past Petrocelli. They took a bad hop on him, and that will be a base hit. Tough play on there. So leadoff runner is on for Baltimore. And Aparicio will be held on by Scott, and he's going to try to steal right away. And he will be in there. as the throw is late by Ryan. So runner already in scoring position for Rush Snyder. Snyder struggling on the season, hitting just 172 with 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. Lomborg goes from the sign, looks back at the runner. Here's the delivery. And just gets in there for a strike. Snyder thought he had the walk there. Next pitch is going to be a fly ball to center. Smith will make the catch. Aparicio will tag, but he's not going anywhere. Bluffs. So 1 down now for Brooks Robinson. Brooks Robinson having a strong season so far. Hitting about 55 points above his season average of 269. So 8 homers though, but 29 runs batted in. And Lomborg whirls around, trying the daylight play there, and Abricio's back in safely. Here's the next pitch by Lomborg. And it's going to be a ground ball to second. Andrews up with it. Over to first. That will get the runner over to third, but now with 2 outs. So to bring up Frank Robinson, the Hall of Famer. He's off to a good start, hitting 292 with 6 homers and 14 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. And he takes the ball. Lomborg thought he had him there. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Petrocelli up with it over to Scott. Out. And that will do it for the Orioles. So both teams threatened, but neither scores. After 1 full, no score. Joe Foy up there now. Foy off to a good start. Offensively, hitting 318 with 3 homers, 15 runs batted in. Pitch by Barber. And he'll draw the walk. So leadoff runner on for the Red Sox. And he'll be going. And he is going to be thrown out. Out. So nice throw by Haney with a very strong arm as Johnson applies the tag for out number 1. So base is empty now for Mike Ryan, the catcher. He comes in hitting 250 with 4 runs batted in. And here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball to Aparicio over to Powell for out number 2. So 2 down now for the pitcher, Jim Lomborg. He's hitting just 100, 2 for 20. And 141 on the actual season. So not much of a hitting pitcher here, but he does draw the walk. So that'll bring up Reggie Smith as Lomborg will not be held on first. And we're not going to try to steal with... Well, maybe Lomborg will try it. Why not? Let's try it. Worst that can happen is Smith will lead off the next inning. So Lomborg, not a bad runner. Stolen base rating of 10. Let's see what happens. And he is out. Now let's see here. We still got to check for error, though. Runner is safe. Ooh, runner is safe, too. So I'm sorry. Runner is safe. I was looking for the 12 there. So 2 would mean he's safe. And the 12 means we got to check for an error. And Haney's error rating is below that, so we don't need to do that. So no error in the play. So Lomborg's able to steal a base there, trying to help his own cause there. So he'll be in scoring position for Smith now. Smith 0 for 1 on the day. See if he can put the Red Sox ahead here, and he will strike out swinging. He tried. So nothing doing for the Red Sox on top of the second. No score still. So it'll bring up Powell, Bleffery, and Johnson up for the O's. Powell struggling so far, hitting just 201 with 2 homers, 11 runs batted in. Here's the pitch by Lomborg. And he'll draw the walk. So leadoff runner is on for the Orioles once again. And Bleffery is going to be called upon to bunt. Not a bad bunter with a 3 rating. And Lombard unable to get to it. And nobody will get to it. And that will put runners on first and second. So a nice bunt by Bleffery. And I'll put runners on first and second with nobody out. So the Orioles get something going here in the second. Once again. So Davey Johnson up there now. Comes in hitting .294 on the season with 3 homers and 11 runs batted in. Lombard looks in for the sign, looks at the runners. Here's the delivery. And takes the ball. Next pitch, it's going to be a fly ball to Yaz in left. He'll make the catch. Powell will tag, but he's not going anywhere with the play in front of him. So 1 down now for Larry Haney. Haney hitting just .217 with a homer and 6 runs batted in. Runners get their leads. Lombard in for the sign. Looks at the runners. Here's the delivery. And that's going to be a wild pitch.
Just a bit outside.
And that will put both runners in scoring position now. As it gets away from him. And I think they're going to put Haney on with the pitcher coming up next. So they're going to intentionally walk him. Hold on here. So here. And then now we're going to roll here. And we're just going to touch the walk here. So we're going to intentionally walk and overload the bases. Let's see here. Barber not that good at bunter. He's just going to hit away. He's only got a 1 rating. The Red Sox, though, will play the infield in, though. Try to cut off that run at home. So Ryan goes up to top to Lombard, goes back behind the plate. Flashes the sign. Lombard looks in for the sign, looks at the runners. He has a delivery. 2-3. And that's going to be another wild pitch by Lombard. So 2 wild pitches, and that will put the Orioles on top. So all that strategy does not pay off as Lombard throws his second wild pitch of the inning, and that will put the Orioles on top 1-0. Let's see here. And they will play the infield in again, but they will not. Yeah, with runners on second and third. So it is not a force at home. They're just going to try to keep the runner at third. So here we go. 1-4. 3-4. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. And that's going to be a failed sacrifice fly roll. So 2. And actually, no. So lead runner. Oh, they're going to try it. So the Orioles try it. And they're going to throw out the lead runner. So they will be thrown out trying to score. Bleffery tried to score. And Smith throws him out. And that will end the inning.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
Good boy. All right, Mr. Brody not very happy about the Orioles taking a 1-0 lead. So the Red Sox 1 run down now. So Barber with a 1-run lead. And it's going to be Andrews, Yastrzemski, and Scott up for the Red Sox. Here's the pitch. 1-5. Range play.
Line drive.
And that gets past Johnson.
Let that ball get by him.
And that will put the leadoff runner on. So the tying run is on base now here at the top of the third. Then we have the rookie. Not the rookie. We're playing a Kai Yastrzemski rookie season replay, career replay, and we're doing the rookie season, so we're used to saying that. But Yastrzemski in his 6th year now. Well, 7th year, sorry. He started in 61. So he'll come up to the plate with a runner first. Andrews being held on by Powell. And that's going to be a range play.
Hard ground ball up the middle.
And Johnson will get to it. Can he turn 2? Over to does not. It's hit too slowly and goes just to first. So that will put Andrews at scoring position with 1 down now. So Scott with a chance to tie it up with a base hit. He also walked his first time up. In fact, the Red Sox walked the bases loaded with 2 down in the first, but were unable to score. Barber looks in for the sign. Here's a delivery. Looks at the runner. Andrews trying to get a lead, and Scott will get nothing but wind on that swing, and that's 2 down now. So Detmer with a chance now. He walked in the first. See if Detmer can extend the inning here. And he strikes out. So Barber once again gets out of it. And we head to the bottom of the third with the Orioles up 1-0. Lombard back on the hill. Aparicio singled his first time up. And he'll take a strike. And then he'll fly out to Smith for out number 1. So 1 down in the Orioles' third. Snyder up there now 0-for-1. Red Sox trying to get above 500 to 20-19. Baltimore also trying to get above 500. Only one team will, and that's going to be a double. No, it's not. It stays up just long enough for Smith to get to it. So nice running catch. But he does make it. That would have definitely been for extra bases there. So 2 down now for Brooks Robinson, 0-for-1 also. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. And Foy is up with it over to first. So 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles in the third. We head to the fourth. 1-0 Baltimore. It'll be Petrocelli, Foy, and Ryan for the Red Sox. Petrocelli struck out his first time up. And Johnson cannot get to that one. Gets by him, and Petrocelli will have the second Red Sox hit. So leadoff runner on for Boston, representing the tying run. Joe Foy up there now. And they're going to let Foy hit away here, still early on. Foy is a 2-bunter, which is better than the worst, but 5 is the best rating, and 1 is the worst, so just a little bit below average, I guess you could say, in his bunting. So he will not be called upon. So Petrocelli gets his lead. Powell holding him on. Here's the pitch by Barber. And Foy thought he had a walk there. Takes a strike. Next pitch is going to be a ground ball. Can they turn 2? And no, it's hit too slowly, so only play is going to be to first. So works like a sacrifice. Gets Petrocelli in scoring position with 1 down. So Mike Ryan up there now. Mike Ryan 0-for-1 on the day. Here's the pitch by Barber after he looks at the runner. And he'll strike out for out number 2. So it's up to Lombard. Lombard walked and stole a base his first time up. Let's see if he can help his own cause once again. At least keep this inning going. And that's going to be just almost a pass ball, but Haney's able to get in front of it and hold the runner. And possible another wild pitch. This time it will be a wild pitch as Haney unable to get the ball in the dirt.
Just a bit
And
outside.
Petrocelli will move to third. So now a pass ball or a wild pitch could tie the game at 1. So Lombard back at the plate. 2-0 the count on him. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Robinson, oh, what a play. Over to first, and Red Sox rally. Threat goes by the board, so it remains 1-0 Baltimore as we head to the bottom of the fourth. So it'll be Robinson, Powell, and Blefary up for the O's, up 1-0. Lombard back on the hill. Throws the rosin bag down, looks in for the sign, delivers. Robinson 0 for 1 on the day. And that's going to be a base hit. So a lot of leadoff runners on in this game for both teams, but only a 1-0 game. So Powell up there now. He walked and scored the only run of the game so far. And that could be extra bases here. And it will be. It's going to be a double for Powell. See if they send Robinson home with nobody.
He rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the gap and go to the wall.
Yeah, and Robinson is rounding third. They're waving him in, and he will score easily. And with the throw not being cut off, Powell will make it to third. So RBI double advancing to third on the throw home. And the Orioles double the lead now, 2-0. So that'll bring up bring up Bleffery with a runner in third and nobody out. Orioles looking to add to the lead here, 4-4. Bleffery singled his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Red Sox will concede the run. That'll make it 3-0. So Red Sox trade a run for an out there. So Dave Johnson up now. He's 0 for 1. Base is empty now. And ooh, that looked bad on that play. That'll be struck out for out number 2. First strikeout for Lombard today. Haney up to the plate. He walked his first time up. And back-to-back Ks will end the inning. But the Orioles add on 2, and it's now 3-0 Baltimore as we head to the top of the 5th. So Smith up there now. He's 0 for 2. Barber now with a little more comfortable lead, 4-1. And Red Sox once again will have the lead runner on to see if this time they can do something with it. Mike Andrews up to the plate, 1 for 2 on the day. Smith being held on by Powell. And he will strike out looking. So 1 down now for Yastrzemski. He 0 for 1 with a walk. And he will strike out. So 7 Ks for Barber now through 4 2/3 innings. So he's got the strikeout pitch going today. And I'll bring up Scott. He walked and struck out. Barber's also has walked 6 Red Sox batters. So he has been anything but perfect. The Red Sox unable to capitalize on his wildness, 6-2. And we have a we have a ballpark play here, so we'll see if the Red Sox can do anything with this. And no, we cannot as Johnson gets to it. Throws the short way over to Aparicio, covering second. And that will do it for the Red Sox in the top of the 5th. So halfway through, 3-0 Baltimore. Barber up to the plate. Barber 0 for 1 on the day. Lombard back on the mound for his 5th inning of work. And he'll strike out. Looking bad on that pitch. So 1 down now. Aparicio 1 for 2 on the day. Lombard looking to have a clean inning. Get the Red Sox bats up there.
Hard ground ball.
Oh, and a tough play for Foy. Nowhere near that one. That was a rifle pass. Didn't have a chance on that one. It had nothing to do with his horrible range. That just would have probably got by most third basemen, even Robinson. So 1 on and 1 out for Rush Schneider. Schneider 0 for 2 on the day. Scott holding on Aparicio at first. And inside. Just misses him. Back in the plate. Back in the box. And next pitch. Straight through center. More towards right field. Past Andrews. And Aparicio, who is off on the pitch, will advance to third. So that'll put runners on the corners with 1 down. Robinson with a lot of power. The Red Sox, but not much speed. Red Sox will play back for 2. 2-3, trying to avoid the big inning here. And, Lombard with his third wild pitch.
Just a bit outside.
So much for that. And Orioles increased their lead 4-0. So Lombard really wild today. 3 wild pitches so far. As Ryan goes out to talk to him. He'll go back behind the plate. So Snyder now in scoring position. Robinson still at the plate. And that's going to be a base hit. As they'll hold Snyder at third. So the run is at the corners. With 1 down, Red Sox.
Fans who interfere with play on the field will be escorted from the stadium.
Red Sox have action in their pen. And they're going to go with a pickoff play. And to third, actually, and trying to catch Snyder napping, but he's back safely. So runners at the corners. Still only 1 down for Frank Robinson. Robinson 1 for 2 with a run scored. And he'll take a ball. Next pitch, and he gets a hold of this one. That one's going to be in the gap. Go all the way to the wall, and that will score. Looks like we're going to hold Robinson at third as Smith's able to get to it fairly quickly. But that'll put the Orioles up 5-0 now. So Powell up to the plate now. Runners on second and third, and they're going to walk Powell. As Powell has already doubled and walked and scored 2 runs. So he will be intentionally walked. And we're just going to intentionally walk him. So that will load the bases for... I think that's going to be it for Lombard. So let's see who else pitched in this game, if anybody. Wyatt pitched, but the Red Sox were ahead, so we're not going to bring in Wyatt. Let's see who else pitched in this series. Galen Cisco pitched 2 innings, so we're going to bring in Galen Cisco. So Cisco will come in. Actually, he only pitched 22 innings. I'm not going to bring him in. Bill Landis, maybe? He didn't pitch a lot of innings on the season either. Let's see here. We'll bring in Jose Santiago. He pitched a lot of innings, so he's kind of a mop-up guy, spot starter. So we'll bring him in. Jose Santiago. Try to stop the bleeding here. So Jose Santiago, 40 in the third inning, so he's been a workhorse for the Red Sox, averaging more than an inning per game. Well, not per appearance, but 38 games played by the Red Sox, and he's already pitched 4 innings. He hasn't pitched in all 40 of those innings, all 40 of those games, but you know what I mean. Averaging more than the Red Sox are playing. So, all right, so Jose Santiago in to try to stop the bleeding here. Bases loaded with 1 down. Red Sox will play the infield in. Clark Bleffery up there now 1 for 2 with an RBI. So Santiago looks in for the sign, looks at the runners. He has the delivery. And he strikes out Bleffery, swinging. So 2 down now. Red Sox infield will play back now. Davey Johnson 0 for 2 with a strikeout. See if he can get out here with any further damage. And it's a fly ball. Yastrzemski calls for it, makes the catch. And Santiago gets out of the jam, but the Orioles add to the lead. And it's now 5-0 Orioles. So the Red Sox in a deep hole here as we head to the top of the 6th. Red Sox need to start chipping away here. It'll be Detmer, Petrocelli, and Foy if anybody gets on Ryan. So Barber pitching a shutout. And nope, that does not fall in the range here. 2-3. It's going to be a ground ball to third. Robinson scoops it up over to first. One down. Petrocelli has one of the two Red Sox hits. 1 for 2. And this could be big here. 3-4. And no, Aparicio gets to it and makes the play. So Orioles defense firing on all cylinders here. 2 outs now. Brings up Foy. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And Foy will draw the walk. So 7 walks now, 7 strikeouts. So Barber's thrown a lot of pitches here. So this is likely to be his last inning. But we'll see. As he is pitching a shutout. So no, we don't like to take him out if he's pitching a shutout. So we shall see. So Mike Ryan 0 for 2 up to the plate now. And that's going to be a walk. Wow, so 8 walks on the day. Jose Santiago in there. And Jose Santiago is actually going to hit for himself here, even the Red Sox are down. Because he is a long reliever here. But he will be called upon the bunt. Not too bad of a bunter. So he will bunt here. Red Sox expecting him. Orioles expecting the bunt will play the infield in. So he will bunt. Oh, they're not letting me bunt here. Let's see if I can, if you do this. No. So they will not let me bunt for him, so he's just going to hit away, I guess. Let's see what kind of average he's got. Probably not that good. 182 average, 190 hitter, so he's not a bad hitting pitcher, so we're going to let him hit. Hopefully he can reward the manager. Range play, this could be good. 2-1. And that's going to be a base hit. Yes. Past Aparicio. I think Robinson almost actually had a shot at that one. As they were playing the infield in. Did not expect him to hit away, but he did. And it's going to be a base hit. That will put the Red Sox, on the board. As Ryan will hold at second. So 5-1 now. So now there's some stirring in the Orioles pen here. So let's see what we got here. Stu Miller is up and getting some warming up there. And with the switch hitting Reggie Smith coming up, that is going to be it for Barber. And Stu Miller will come in. So that's it for Barber. So he can win it. He cannot lose it. Is responsible for Ryan and Santiago. And the Red Sox will not try a double steal there. Will not try a steal, so we're not going to steal with the Reds, even though it's recommended. So we're going to override that. So Stu Miller comes in with a 1-3 record and 2 saves, 2.46 ERA though, 29 and 30 innings pitched, 16 hits allowed. So he's been very stingy with hits. More strikeouts. 20 strikeouts and 29 innings pitched and 6 walks. So Miller being called upon to quench the Red Sox rally and keep it a 4-run game. So Smith on with runners on first and second and 2 down. Smith is 0 for 2 with a walk. See what he can do here as the runners will get there, be off on contact here with 2 down, 2-6, and that is going to be a strikeout. So Miller does his job, strikes out Smith, and kills the Red Sox rally. The Red Sox do get 1 though, and it's 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. So Santiago will face Haney to lead it off. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And he takes the ball. Next pitch, that's going to be a ground ball to Petrocelli. Scoops it up over to Scott for out number 1. Miller will hit for himself here with a 5-run lead. And he will try to bunt for a hit here. Why not? He's got a 4 rating there. We're going to try this. So Red Sox are not expecting this, so he's going to try for it, though. See what happens. So he squares around. Red Sox, Foy and Scott start to charge. A little bit taken by surprise there. And he's going to miss it and strike out. So he tried to do it with 2 strikes. So 2 down now for Santiago. For Aparicio. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored. And he'll draw the walk. So 2-0 walk to Aparicio. He'll be held on by Scott. Snyder up to the plate now. Snyder 1 for 3 with a run scored. And he'll strike out swinging. So nothing doing for the Orioles. So this remains a 4-run game, 5-1 O's as we head to the top of the 7th. Andrews 1 for 3 up to the plate now. Red Sox still only 3 hits on the day. Miller in for his 2nd inning of work. And he'll strike out looking. Red Sox need base runners. So Yastrzemski up there now. 0 for 2 with a walk. And nice play by Johnson. For out number 2. So they bring up Scott 0 for 2 with a walk. And he takes a big cut and misses for out number 3. 7th inning stretch time here in Baltimore. The Orioles enjoying a 5-1 lead. Fans very happy about that. Orioles looking to go to above 500 with 19-18. The Red Sox with a loss would drop to 19-20. So Santiago back out there again, trying to hold the Orioles offense. Robinson 1 for 3. And he takes the ball. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to...
He rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the gap and go to the wall. And one hops the wall.
Yep. So leadoff double for Brooks Robinson. So Orioles immediately here with a run in scoring position for Frank Robinson. He's had a good day, 2 for 3 with a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Takes the ball. And that's going to be a base hit. That will score Robinson from 2nd. So an RBI single for Frank Robinson. As Robinson scores Robinson. That'll put Frank Robinson over 300 for the season. Boog Powell, he's having a good day too. 1 for 1 with a double and 2 walks, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. As there is action in the Red Sox pen. And Powell will strike out looking for out number 1. Blefary up there now, 1 for 3 with an RBI. And he takes a ball. He'll ground this one to Scott. Santiago will cover. Actually, yeah, Santiago will cover. So, only Scott flips it to Santiago. As Robinson moves into scoring position with 2 down. Davey Johnson, hitless on the day. Orioles have managed 10 hits off of the Red Sox pitching. Oh, that is going to be a double as that will score Robinson. And 7-1 lead now for the Orioles. Larry Haney 0 for 2 with a walk. And it's a ground ball to 3rd. And the Orioles tack on 2 more, and it's 7-1 now. So the Orioles with a commanding 7-1 lead as we head to the top of the 8th. Red Sox unable to manage much offense against Orioles pitching so far today. So it'll be Detmer, Petrocelli, and Foy. See if the Red Sox used any pinch hitters. They did not. Doesn't mean we can't, but we'll let Detmer hit. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Takes the ball. And then flies out to Frank Robinson in right for out number 1. As the Orioles pitching continues to roll along. 1 for 3 is Petrocelli. And he'll ground out to first as Powell will take it to the bag himself for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox 8th. So time running out for the Red Sox. Only 4 outs to go. And they need 6 runs to keep this game going. So 4-0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Red Sox had their opportunities as I believe Orioles pitching has surrendered 8 walks so far. All of them by Barber. Given up by Barber. So 6-1. That's a ball to Foy. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Robinson, easy play. And the Red Sox will go in order weekly in the top of the 8th. So Stu Miller, let's see here. He will hit for himself here. Not a safe situation. So Santiago will come out. And since Wyatt did pitch in the game, we'll give him some work here. This time in a losing situation. So John Wyatt comes in. He's struggled on the season. See if he can get back on track here. He's 0-5 with 3 saves and a 10-17 earned run average, despite in actuality having a 10-7 record with a 2.60 record, 2.60 ERA and 20 saves. So inside pitch replay has not been kind to Wyatt. See if he can get a little work here and get back on track for the season. Here's the pitch, and he'll strike out Miller. So Aparicio 2 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. And he takes the ball. And that's going to be a base hit. It's going to bring up Snyder 1 for 4 as Scott is holding on Aparicio. And that's going to be back-to-back hits there as Aparicio holds at second. So Orioles looking to add to this 6-run lead. Here's the pitch to Robinson, 2 for 4 with a double and a run scored. And he walks that will load the bases. So Wyatt continues his struggles on the season. No action in the Red Sox pen, so Wyatt is there to stay. So 1 out with bases loaded for Frank Robinson, having a monster day, 3 for 4 with a double, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs. Definitely player of the game for the Orioles offensively, 4-1. And he strikes him out. So Wyatt 1 out away from getting out of it without any damage. Blue Powell, he'll have to face Powell, though. He's 1 for 2 with a pair of walks. And that's a ground ball to short, so he will get out of it. So he still looks shaky, but at least does not give up a run. So we head to the top of the 9th. Red Sox last chance here, down by 6. It'll be Ryan, the pitcher's spot, and Reggie Smith. And Mike Ryan, I think, will be pinch hit for here. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll bring in Tony Horton. Tony Horton will come into pinch hit. So Tony Horton, 284 from the actual season, 10 homers, 53 runs batted, and has struggled so far. Just 1 for 6 on the season with a run scored. Miller in there. Here's the pitch. He had 8 saves, so I think he would be in line for the save because this will be his 4th inning of work here. So he would get the save if he can hold on here. And Horton will walk. So Wyatt up now. He will be pinch hit for. And we'll bring in Dalton Jones. Why not? So Dalton Jones called on to pinch hit. hitting .288 on the season with 2 homers, 5 runs batted, and 66 at-bats. As Horton is being held on rather loosely by Powell, playing behind him, but close to the bag. Trying to prevent any extra base hits as Robinson is close to the line at third also. So 4-6, and that will be possible error on a throw here. So 4-4, and that would be, nope, that's going to be a liner. Oh, does he make the catch, though, is the question. No. Actually, he does catch it, sorry. He does make the catch, but tries to throw out, double up Horton, and the ball will get away from Powell, and that will advance Horton into scoring position. So the out is recorded, but error on the throw to first, trying to get the double play. So it'll be Freddie Smith. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. And that's going to be a base hit. So that was Horton will score from second. Making a 7-2 game. And he will hold. Reddy Smith will hold because that's a 6. It's higher than his base running. So Smith not willing to risk it there. Still down by 5. So 7-2 now. As Haney goes out to Tata Miller, goes back behind the plate. So Mike Andrews 1 for 4 up to the plate now. Still only 1 down. And he'll draw the ball. And he'll fly out to Blefary for out number 2. So the Red Sox down to their last out with Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski's average down to 341 now with an 0 for 3 performance. So trying to see if he can at least get on base here and keep the game going for the Red Sox. And that's going to be a base hit, and that will be it for Miller, as Smith will advance to third. So it is a non-save situation. Yeah. So we are going to bring in, let's see here, Jim Harden. I guess we'll bring in, could bring in Eddie Fisher. Let's bring in Eddie Fisher. We'll bring in Eddie Fisher. Eddie Fisher will come in. So Fisher, 0-1 on the season, 3.80 earned run average, 21 and 30 innings pitched, 16 hits allowed, 4 walks and 9 strikeouts. So he'll be in, try to slam the door here on the Red Sox rally. George Scott up there now, 0 for 3 with a walk. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch by Fisher. And that will be a fly ball to center. Schneider is under it, and he'll make the catch.
You're out!
And that will end the game. So let's see if you have to make any adjustments here. As I can't do anything in here because this comes up, so I have to click this, and when I do that, it ends the game. But I think that was an earned run. If not, not a big deal. I don't know when the error occurred, so we're just going to leave it at that. So, all right. So, post-game interview here. Actually, obviously not for this game. As that looks like probably after the Red Sox maybe won the pennant there, I would have to say. But let's see what's going on here. The Red Sox lose 7-2 to Baltimore. And while under 500, 19-20, Baltimore will slip ahead of the Red Sox in the standings. So let's take a look at what's going on here as we save it. we'll try to save it to HTML also. So, all right, so hope you can see around that. So, let's see here. So, the Orioles, Steve Barber beat the Red Sox, and Steve Barber goes to 2-0 in the season. Pitches 5 2/3 innings despite walking 8. Allows only 3 hits, though. 1 run, it was earned. So the Red Sox unable to capitalize on his wildness. Did strike out 7, and ERA is 0.71 on the season. Definitely not indicative to how he's pitching, as he is very wild today. So Stu Miller goes 3 innings. 3 strong innings, allowing just 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. ERA now 2.551. Eddie Fisher gets the last out. Pitches a third of an inning. ERA is 3.74 now. Does not allow a run or a base runner. Jim Lombard takes the loss now, 4-3. Last just 4 1/3 innings. Allows 8 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. And the biggest thing today was that he had 3 wild pitches, which led to a couple of runs there. Jose Santiago goes 2 2/3 innings, allowing 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, a walk, 4 strikeouts. And John Wyatt, not looking much better. Does get his ERA below 10, though, with an inning of scoreless inning, allowing 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. ERA now 9.63. For the Orioles, Aparicio goes 3 for 4 with a run scored. Also walks once, getting a stolen base. Russ Schneider 2 for 5. Brooks Robinson 2 for 4 with a run scored, including a double and a walk. Frank Robinson is the offensive player of the game, 3 for 5. 2 strikeouts, probably player of the game. I'd give him player of the game. 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, 2 runs batted in, a double. Yeah. Boog Powell goes 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI, including a double. Also walked twice. So the Red Sox allow 5 walks, so not much better than the Orioles allowing 9 walks. Blefary is 1 for 4 with an RBI. Davey Johnson 1 for 4 with an RBI and a double also. Larry Haney, one of the few Orioles other than the pitcher the only Oriole other than the pitcher that did not record a hit. 0 for 3 with a walk. Steve Barber 0 for 2, as was Stu Miller. And that will be it. So we'll take a look at the standings after I save it here. So this is a game from the 5/28. And the Red Sox will fall to 7. All right, so let's take a look at the standings here. So standings here with the loss, the Red Sox will now fall into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th place now, 19 and 20, 7 games out. Orioles with the winner, 6 games out. So there's your standings there. Rest of the teams there. And San Francisco, as you can see, 4 games ahead of Philadelphia and Los Angeles. And St. Louis, still, who were the eventual World Series champions, 6.5 games out, so 19 and 17. So both pennant winners struggling a little bit, but still plenty of time left. And that is it. So thank you for joining me. It's been, actually, we'll take a look at Yastrzemski, even though also go over an hour or so. That's fine. We'll take a look at Yaz's stats here, as I'm sure people want to know that. So league leaders, batting, American League. Okay. And so we'll go for home runs. Sure. So Killebrew is ahead, 15 home runs now. Yastrzemski's 13. RBIs, Yastrzemski is ahead by 8 over K-line, so Yastrzemski with a good lead on that. And average, where is it? Batting average. Come on. Oh, this we're not going to see because can't really tell here. Let's get a better look on that. Let's go for the what do you call them? Statistics here. League batting. There we go. This will be better. It'll take a minute or two to. Oh, that's just the team one. See if we can find it here. Statistics. Player. There we go. Batting. All right, so we'll just do 1967 versus all. So this is probably going to take a minute or so to tabulate, but as you can see, Yastrzemski ahead in RBIs comfortably, a couple behind, home runs behind Killebrew, and I think average-wise, I think he's either in the lead or very close to the lead. So we'll see once this loads, hopefully in a second. So I'll probably have to scroll through these two as they just not, these are not the eligible people. I think it's going to show everybody. That's why it's taking so long to tabulate here. But we'll see where Yastrzemski is after almost 2 full months into the season as far as batting average goes. Oh, come on. Like I said, this does take a little while to do. And it's going through everybody. Okay, so average. So what we're just going to do is we're going to look at the home runs here. And as you can see, Killebrew, Jim wins in the National League, but Yastrzemski is right behind him in the American League. And 346 is Yastrzemski's average now. And let's just take a look here. So these guys are National Leaguers. So we'll see if we can find the first American Leaguer that has over 100 RBIs. See, these are all National Leaguers. Yeah, these are all National Leaguers. So let's see here. Yeah, Yastrzemski is the leader with 127 at-bats, official. 346. The next closest behind him, these are all, is Tommy McCraw with 135 at-bats and hitting 341. So Yastrzemski with a 5 percentage point lead on, well, 0.005 percentage point lead on McGraw. Anybody else? Let's see if there's anybody else here. Bill Fion is 339. So a couple guys contesting him. Nobody else really other than that. You have to go way down to Brooks Robinson, who's 329. So Yastrzemski with a little bit of comfortably, but still a long way to go. So, but definitely a potential to hit that Triple Crown. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming and 1967 Impossible Dream Season replay. So take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.